Hi friends, welcome to Beautifully Bookish Bethany. In today's video I'm going to be talking about my reading plans for the month of August. With having COVID and recovering from that, my July has flown by. I can't believe we're already here and I really need to get up this TBR and film it very quickly. So today we're talking about my reading plans for August. I am not 100% sure how this month is going to go. There is a week this month that we're going to be traveling, so I have no idea how much reading I'll actually get done during that week. I have some read-alongs happening. It's going to be a busy month, so we'll see how it goes. These are the books that I am hoping to get to. Will I get to all of them? Probably not, as is typical, but at least for the things for book clubs and read-alongs, I will definitely be getting to. First up, let's start with my Patreon book club. Every month my patrons get to vote on a book that we read and discuss together, and the genre switches. For August, we're doing a mystery thriller as well as a graphic novel, so it should be fun. The main book we're going to be reading is The Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James. I am so excited. I absolutely love Simone St. James. She writes these really great paranormal mystery thrillers with great female characters. This is her latest release. I don't know a whole lot about it because I've purposefully tried to avoid knowing too much before going in, but I'm really excited to pick it up and discuss it with everybody. And then we're reading a graphic novel. This will be a reread for me, but we're reading Monstrous Volume 1 by Marjorie. I have read the first few volumes of Monstrous and absolutely love them. The artwork is gorgeous. The depth of the world building is incredible, especially for a graphic novel, and I am really excited to do a reread. Then some of my higher tier patrons get to suggest books that they would like to see me do a reading vlog for and then vote on which ones I should do. So the winner for August was Kaikai by Vashnavi Patel, which I'm very excited about. I've heard wonderful things about this book. It is a debut adult fantasy novel that is a retelling of, I believe, a Hindu myth, if I'm not mistaken. I've heard that there might be ace representation in this, and a lot of my friends who I trust have loved this. Like, I know Angela from Literature Science Lyons was a fan of this, so I'm really hoping that I'm going to enjoy it. I'm definitely excited to have a reason to read it. In August, I've got two books I'm reading for read-alongs. Leanna and I are continuing with our Sword of Truth read-along. We're going to be reading Naked Empire by Terry Goodkind. This is book 8. We're going the whole year, so it's going to be exciting. I don't know if I ever finished this one. It's been a long time. I don't really know what it's about. We're gonna see how it goes. And the live show for this will be back over on Leanna's channel. August is also the beginning of the Graceling series read-along by Kristen Kishore. This is gonna be over on Mel's channel. I will have her channel linked down below. It's gonna be me, Mel, and Kara from Wild Book Garden reading these and discussing them. The live show for this will be over on Mel's channel the first weekend of September, and I'm excited to finally pick these up. They've been on my to-read list for quite a long time, and I'm finally gonna do it. I know a lot of people really, really love this YA fantasy series. Everything else going on my TBR is stuff that I need to read for review. A few things are rolling over from July. Maybe unsurprisingly, I had an ambitious TBR. I got COVID. I did not get to everything on that TBR. So also some of the stuff for August may get rolled over into September, depending on how much of it I can get through. Like, we'll see. Like, summers are just such a toss-up because schedules are different because kids aren't in school, we have travel plans, plus we got sick. It just makes things challenging, and I always forget how much they are, but we'll get to what we can get to. First up, I am hoping to pick up The Memory of Souls by Jen Lyons. This is the third book in the Chorus of Dragons series. I have really been enjoying this series a lot. It's so twisty, and the way that she does world building with these different cultures and characters and the like sort of sci-fantasy mix almost is really interesting. There's like reincarnation and body swapping and dragons and like so much political intrigue. I'm really into it, so I'm excited to continue with the series. Thank you so much to Tora for sending me all the books in the series. I am making my way through them. Then I'm planning to pick up Shirewood by Tulos Hennig. I am currently reading the first book in the series that was sent to me by the small press that is doing new versions of them, and I am loving the first book so far. Greenwood is so interesting. It's a historical fantasy reimagining of Robin Hood that is queer and drawing a lot on Celtic mythology, and it's so good. It's got like old gods and dark magic and like coming of age, and it's great. I'm really enjoying it. The writing is beautiful. The research that went into the time period is clearly really good. It is dense, and so it's not a quick read for me. But I'm hoping I can finish reading Greenwood by the end of this month and then pick up Shirewood in August. If I have to delay it and read this one in September, no big deal, but so far I'm really enjoying the series. I think there's like 4 or 5 books in the series, but they sent me the first 2, so that'll be on the list. Then there's a book that was on my July TBR coming out in August that I just don't think I'm going to get to by the end of the month, so I'm hoping to pick this up early in August. This is The Bruising of Kila by Nasim Jamnia. I am excited to read it. I just, again, had too much to read and not enough time. This one is a debut fantasy novel about a non-binary refugee practitioner of blood magic who discovers a strange disease causing political rifts in their new homeland. It's by a Persian-American author. I'm very excited to read it. Then I have advance copies of 2 books coming out in September that I'm hoping to read in August, but if I have to push it back, I can. First up, we have The Unbalancing by Rb Lemberg. This is another fantasy novel from a small press. This was sent to me by Tachyon, much like the last book that I mentioned. So this is the first full-length novel from the acclaimed Birdverse, and it's a story of community within unique cosmology. It's another one that I think is also queer and just sounds really interesting, so I'm excited to try that one. And then the last physical book I have going on my TBR for the month is The Genesis of Misery by Neon Yang. I have really enjoyed the novella that I've read from Neon Yang, and this is their first full-length novel, so I'm really excited to check this out. It says it is a reimagining of Joan of Arc's story with a space opera twist, which sounds honestly amazing, so I'm very excited to try this one. Lastly, I've got a whole bunch of ebooks on NetGalley that I need to read. I have a few that I'm rolling over from July into August, and then some new ones that I'm hoping to get to. Again, I probably won't get to all of these. A couple of them I have as audio review copies on NetGalley, so we'll see how it goes. The ones getting rolled over from the July TBR are Seaton Girls, which is YA contemporary dealing with like race things, I believe. Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood, which I have a feeling I'm not gonna love that much because I feel like her books are kind of all the same, and early reviews I'm hearing, it sounds like this is kind of gonna be the same again with the same sorts of characters, so we'll see. We'll see how I get on with this. Nothing More to Tell by Karen M. McManus, which is supposed to be a gothic mystery. Will it deliver? I don't know. I'm skeptical. We're gonna try it. And then for the new NetGalley books getting added on, which I'm very excited about, we have House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson. This is a gothic vampire horror novel. I'm so excited, by the author of The Year of the Witching, which I adored. Cannot wait for this. Do I have it pre-ordered? Yes. Do I want to read it early? Also yes, so I'm hoping I can get to it. Then we have The Holiday Trap by Roan Parrish. This just looked really cute. It's a queer holiday rom-com about 2 different couples finding love over the holidays where they do a house swap. So it's basically like The Holiday, the movie, but queer. I hope this lives up to my expectations. It sounds great. Next up is Self-Made Boys by Anna-Marie Mclemore. This is one of the remixed classic series. It's a remix of The Great Gatsby where the boys are trans, and I'm very excited for it. I enjoy Anna-Marie Mclemore's writing. I'm very curious to see their take on The Great Gatsby, and this is one that I have as an audio review copy from NetGalley. Then we have The Makeup Test by Jenny L. Howe. Let's be real, I 100% requested this because of the cover, because I like good fat representation in romances. Have I been burned before? Yes, but I'm hopeful that this will be good. It's being pitched as One to Watch meets Beach Read in a smart, swoony romantic comedy. I did not like One to Watch, so let's hope that I think it's better than that. But it's got somebody in a literature PhD program. I like geeky romance. I like good fat representation in romance. Like, fingers crossed this is a good one. Then for another romance, we have Wishful Thinking by Celestine Martin, which sounds adorable. It's a witchy small town romance with a woman and her old high school crush who's back in town. It's also Black love. It looks great. Then we have Lucky Girl, which is a holiday horror novella. It is a Krampus story, and Krampus is like a creepy like holiday mythology. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but this sounds like fun. Then we've got Leech, which is a gothic sci-fi horror. Sounds really good, almost Frankenstein-y. I don't know what to expect exactly, but I love the cover. I love the premise. We're gonna see how this goes. The other one that I have as an audio review copy is I'm the Girl by Courtney Summers. This is her latest YA, upper YA mystery thriller that she always deals with like really hard-hitting topics, but I enjoy her books, so I'm hoping this will be a good one. And then lastly, a holiday romance that I have such high hopes for because it sounds honestly amazing is Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. This is a co-written adult romance. Let me just tell you the premise, because the premise is like gold. It's about a plus-size adult film star who accidentally ends up getting cast in a family-friendly Hallmark-style movie, and she's filming for it and falls for a guy. Like, listen, that sounds so good. Also, Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone writing together, I feel like this is going to be really great. So I am very excited to pick up a lot of these books, hoping that I can get to most, if not all of them. Some of them will probably get pushed to September, but that should give you a pretty good look at most of my reading plans for the month. I'm hoping that by the end of September, I can really get ahead on my arcs so that I can meet some of the challenges I've set for myself, because I feel like for the summer especially, this is just taking over so much of my reading. But what are you gonna do? Summers are so weird. Anyway, talk to me in the comments down below. Let me know any of your thoughts on the video, and I would love to hear from you. What are your plans for August? Are you doing reading? Are you trying to read certain things? Do you have travel plans? Are you gonna join in some of the read-alongs like for Graceling? I would love to see some of you there. Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, it does help if you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you wanna see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.